Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic, the People's Proletarian Petroleum, Prefecture, number 240. Cheers to everyone. Cheers to our new power plant, our new electricity. If it could only load, yes, there we go. Here you see it. On these switches here we have 110 kilovolts coming straight off the new nuclear power plant. Yes. And I've been thinking a little bit, we're supposed to hook up this Järn town and also Prison Mountain and such to this. This place probably has like the worst medium voltage grid in the nation here. Because it is so goddamn many wires that crisscrosses all over the place and switches, and who knows what actually is going on here. I certainly don't. Not really, anyways, to some extent, but that's about it. So the proper way to do it would be to like build new transformers, put in high voltage switches all over the place, and many transformers, and only do short runs with medium voltage cables. But that's quite bothersome and a lot of work. So a simpler way of doing it is to simply rip the band-aid off here. Like this, you know, with one transformer, we have two transformers, so we do them one at a time and hope that we have enough of redundancy that it won't be a complete catastrophe. Okay, you sure you want to do it this way? No. This is probably a very, very, very stupid and silly idea to do it this way. Most likely, yes, but here we are anyway. It starts out great, this with buildings in the way. There is a 1 pixel where it will take, yes. Yes, so that is something that you start with, and you start immediately, please. And whilst you're doing that, we go and have a look at how bad it is. What is without power now when we cut the power to that one. A lot of electricity problems it is notifying about. Building properties, voltage, 3 kilometers, always show overlay. Here is these are without power. That's not too bad. The cable car is still running. That is very good. There is a house on fire here, although it still has power. The prisons, some of them have power sometimes, but they have a little bit of brownouts, so they don't like that at all when the power goes out. You see that? Minus 13.6% in government loyalty when the power goes out, and plus 3% in criminality. Just because of a brownout. Oops. This prison is completely without power. Oj, jävlar i havet. This is no good. Minus plus 3% criminality constantly then, I suppose. Or what? Take you for example. That's really not well good at all. On the next day here, what sort of crime rate you'll be up to? Tikon Timurovic. You're already in for a quite serious crime, but you have been rehabilitated down to no % crime rate. But what will happen to you tomorrow? This was ripping the band-aid off. Maybe it was not a good idea. Obviously it was a terrible idea, but it's the only way. Sort of. Here we have 3.5 tons of concrete coming for the power line. Very good. And now we just need a bit of gravel. And some machinery. Maybe you could bring an excavator or something to do the groundworks. Or a bus with workers, if you wouldn't mind. Oh, you got in half an hour of work there at the mine. After traveling, great. Your crime rate has not gone up quite yet. I might need to follow you for a little bit longer. You get more alcoholic when the power is out in the prison. How the hell does that work? I don't suppose we serve alcohol in the prisons after all. No. No, we don't. I think that the other transformer will actually be even worse to do. But then we can. It's not. Maybe it's a good idea to leave it alone, because now we have one transformer then being fed from the new power plant and the other transformer being fed from the old power plant. So we're not putting all eggs in the same basket. That's always a good idea, to spread your eggs about a bit. Right, spread your risks. But for now, I would really appreciate it if you could bring the stuff here. Volvo F10 it has it in the route plan, but is that it? There you go. You're loading. You have loaded. You cannot load gravel. God damn it! Damn you! Because you don't have electricity. You can't load gravel. That's it. Now we have a little bit of a problem here. I think they can do it manually at this place. Manually, what you call it. But it just will take a lot longer time to do it. But I think that they can do it there. Right? These I don't think it requires electricity to actually load, but it just takes a very long time to load without electricity. Now, would you please send a truck? Again, another attempt. Truck. You're heading to the truck aggregate loading again. That's not right, you know. That's not going to help us. No, you need to send it to the aggregate storage. What are you doing here? Why do you keep doing this? Did I not set this small aggregate storage? Yes. Is it this one that they keep coming from, or what is it? Gravel. There. So this is not going to help you. Iowa to 3%. We're up to again there with the crime rate. This time then, are you sending it to... Yes, now you're sending it to the small aggregate storage. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So far, how far have we gotten on getting the power line back? We have a little bit of concrete on the site. We're waiting for gravel, and that's about it. So it's not going great then. Nah, it's rather not going great at all. It's awful. Actually, like a lot. See now, do you manage to load? You should manage to load. Just very, very slowly. Please manage. Yes, you're loading. Great. Then you need to send some like machinery and workforce too. Please. Quickly. If you wouldn't mind. This was a bad move. But I didn't have much of a choice now, did I? Since I had designed it so stupidly and not put in an extra high voltage switch in between, where I could have hooked up this new connection. 6.6 tons. How much gravel did 7.6 tons is what they need. Yeah, that's good. That's depressing. Let's not look at these numbers too much. It's very bad. Very, very bad. And of course the roads are unplowed and it's moving incredibly slowly here. This is just to annoy me that it's moving so very slowly. There you go. You have gravel and concrete on the work site. Why the bus? Now you're sending a bus. Great. There it goes. Out on the snowy roads. That's snow plows. You're supposed to take care of this. Ah, here comes a digger too. It might be heading for... Yeah, it's heading for the high voltage wire. That's going to help. Down here though everything is fine, or most of it is fine. A few things without the power, but most of it is fine. And I suppose destabilizing prison system for a bit is bringing a little bit of excitement. Maybe this is probably having great effects on the prisoners here. You're 100% drunk now. 100% drunk. And you've been in prison for 13 years. How is that possible? that should not be... Maybe after 13 years you must have sobered up. Yes. Just have to. Your crime rate is going up, and you'll actually be released onto society here not far from now. Okay. Did you get any workers? Yes, you got the full load. Very nice. It seems to be moving very, very slowly, this bus. And that is because it is moving very, very slowly. 57 kilometers per hour. 50. What's the matter with you? There's snow on the roads. It's snowing. That's what it's what it is. Come on, goddamn snowplows. You have to take care of this now. We can't have this. You know, you could have waited just 2 weeks in game time, and the snow would have melted, and we would have less issues, I think, with this. Yes. This is now 28 kilometers per hour. Great speed here. Come on. I mean, seriously, I can't stand this. We have to turn it up to high speed at least. What are the snowplows up to? They are not plowing the roads, I tell you that much. Out here they are plowed. "55 workdays remaining." Oh, but you're actually going to finish this now then? Yes, you're going to finish it. Very good. Now power should be back up on Prison Mountain here very soon. So in the meantime, we did have, now the crane comes to. Very good. Right. There you are. You're up to 9% criminality now here, and 100% drunk, 28% government loyalty. Yeah, let's not do that again, please. Oh, and I think that this is good. Now that we have, see how much power is flowing through here. Now we're down to 6 megawatts rather than 11 or whatever it was before. Which was very uncomfortably close to the maximum capacity of the underground high voltage line. Yes. And also, supposedly, if now you wanted to hook up, you could do something like this, say. You connected this to this. You could do the next one without interruption if you wanted to switch over this entire place to running off the new power plant rather than the old one. But should we go and have a look at the old power plant, see how it's doing now? Yeah, that's much more 41 megawatts. And how much is the new one running at? It's right here. 22. Yeah. Very good. We're still waiting for these. Why haven't you done these? You don't have any steel, I suppose. Sources without steel, sources without electrical components. Yeah, they need steel to make electrical components, you see. And this train distribution office keeps screwing up. Which one of you are supposed to be handling the steel? Or is anyone handling the steel? Can't be bothered quite. We're doing crops, and I think here we have 948 tons of steel is coming. That's great. Well, we now have but we now have a better electricity supply. We now have enough electricity to go around. It was a little bit bad on the prison mountain there for a little while, but we'll manage, I think. Have police to take care of them if they get up to bad stuff when they get out. And how bad can it be, really? I don't know. It's still quite elusive what exactly type of crime it is they get up to. How can you steal something in a communist utopia where everything is owned by nothing is owned by anyone, and everything is owned by everyone in togetherness in the great commune, and there is nothing costs really anything. No, so how can you can't steal? Really? You can murder people, I suppose, if you feel the need. That may be what they get up to with the serious crimes. But then what reason would they have to murder each other here? They procreate by themselves. They don't need a partner, so there shouldn't be any jealousy motives or anything like that going on. I don't know, maybe they just feel like it sometimes because it is so goddamn grim and depressing to live it. What are you talking about, grim and depressive? It's fantastic. It's the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. It's nice. It's a nice place. It's 2075 and everything looks exactly as it did 100 years ago in the 1970s. Yes. So what? Now we just built a new nuclear reactor of an RBMK design. It's very safe design. Also 100 years old technology. So I think that they should be happy and grateful here. Yes, we have not had an accident with these. They have been working great for us. And incredibly cheap to build. Costs less than, not even twice as much as a coal plant, you know. Huh. So we have a bit of fuel stored up here. There should be trucks going back and forth a little bit to fuel it up. Let's see here. Do we have? You're coming. Here's 1 ton of nuclear fuel on its way, and we have 3.2 tons in the containers, and I don't know, 3 tons in the reactor, I suppose. Huh. Wonderful. There you come with steel for the power lines. These ones. And the point of these was what exactly again? The point of these was to replace where did it go? It is not easy to see here, but which construction office is working on it? Svennemannen huge construction office. Okay, then it ought to be highlighted when I have this. It isn't. Okay. It goes out here. If I don't disremember this now, it goes to here. Yes, here it is. Here it is. It goes to here and to this switch. There, they've started working on them. Actually putting them up now. Very good. And the reason for that is so that we can remove remove this one that goes double backs here and makes things a little bit confusing. This is the only, yes, that's the only thing about the electricity grid here that is confusing. Everything else is completely clear. Really now? Maybe not. Yeah, you have all the resources, but you have no workers on the site for the time being. Do you have a bus coming or something? Yes, you have 3 buses on the way. There's still 800 workdays remaining. Okay. It was a bit of a length of wire, this. That didn't actually make any difference. Make max number of workers, 150. Bring as many as you can. I would like to remove this one. And preferably without accidentally then removing the one that we're currently building. That would cut off power to this place, to the mountain people. They wouldn't like that. The tourism industry and so on. By the way, tourism, I think there was something about a bad epidemic event, and we might not have any tourists. How many tourists are in the nation? 3,180. Okay, it's at an all-time high. And they're happy as ever. Yeah. And there the power line is done. Very good. Then we start deleting the other one before I forget how this is supposed to be. Now here it is very, very important that you actually only delete the one that you're supposed to delete. This the other one is very much of importance. You're supposed to be able to drag this, but if you stray just a little bit from them, then you sort of lose what it is that you're trying to do. You have to take them one at a time then. It's annoying. There you go. Now we have, this is now for only for this town, all of this stuff. Now we have a dedicated one, this one for the mountain people. Let's see if they still have power. They still have power. Very good. 8 megawatts they're using as of right now. And yeah, one thing that would be interesting if we could test would be if this actually worked. If we could draw more than 12 megawatts of this, but yeah, it seems to be working. It's taking some from this through this one and some from the other one. So it seems to be working to do parallel wires here and then concatenate them into one of these. Huh. That ought to mean that we could take out the full 18 megawatts on the other end of this thing. Maybe. It should. Okay, do we... half an hour already. God damn it, time flies by here when you're having so much fun in the Soviet Republic. Yes, but this is... I really don't need to do any more with the electricity grid than so. This is plenty enough. We now have... we're utilizing this to a decent extent, 24 megawatts. And the old one is no longer strained. It is operating comfortably at 50-60% say. It's not where you want to operate an RBMK reactor, if I have understood things correctly, but anyway. Doesn't seem to matter here in the Soviet Republic. Now you're bringing even more steel to the open storage there, which is very good. How is the steel mill? Did you only have 127 workers in here? Okay. That is not a lot. What's wrong? Is there something wrong in Utopia, or what's going on? 169 workers on this train. I mean, I remember these trains having like 500 workers. 448, that's more like it. You're coming back. What about this one? 355, that's full. Okay. Well, nowadays, since many years, we're also taking workers to the oil refinery, of course, via this railroad. We should maybe put in another train then to go to the classic industry down here, steel mill. But what do you need it for? You don't. It's just now that we've built the power plant and trying to do a bit of wires for it, that we needed a bit more steel than that we had laying about right here, but we have it laying about in other places. Yes, and the new clothing factory is operational. Great, isn't it? And quite noticeable in the storage of clothing that it has grown immensely. Clothing distribution, you don't do anything silly like you load at the large customs house. No, you don't. Remove connection. Yes, and the crops. How since I turned off the importing it as that didn't work properly, we have imported nothing this year. In dollars, we have imported 789 tons of wood from the Soviet Union, and sold and paid $20,000 to get rid of a bit of nuclear waste, and sold for about $1 billion of fuel and bitumen, 10 million worth of iron. Really worthwhile as the iron stuff. Definitely. Right. Yes. I think that's it. I have nothing more to add for the time being. And I don't really know what's next for the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. Now it is... if you take out this number, this is starting to... We have already exhausted the resources of the new CPU. We're down to 35 frames per second here, out in the middle of nowhere. So there is not a whole lot more potential if we want a smooth experience. I mean, a little bit you could always do, but not a lot. But it's still buttery smooth in most places. In most places. Okay, yes, thank you so very much for watching. The town of Svennemannen, I think it's doing quite alright now, and that it is growing again rapidly. But this time that we stand a little bit better ready for it, for the growth. Yeah, 22,000 people live here now. They are coping at the shopping center, and 217 workers without job. 35 workers can't work because there is no kindergarten or places available. 19 citizens were unable to enjoy culture. Yeah, why get yourself a radio and or television? 1 citizen were unable to visit a pub or tavern. No. Plenty of space at the pub or tavern. This is never going to fill up. I don't think. Oh, what can we do? Nothing. I said thank you. How many times have I said thank you so very much for watching now? I don't know, but this is a technical services, which doesn't have any vehicles. It is between the hell is this supposed to be? I should get them some vehicles. Snowplow. Yes, this feels good with the electricity. You can store or export food. That is also excellent. We have this. I saw this working just very recently when a boat came in here to load food from these warehouses. This distribution office immediately kicked into life and started shoveling food from these warehouses into these, which meant that the boat got a large amount of food on it. I don't maybe it didn't get quite a full load, but it did get quite a bit, which is excellent, of course. Where are you? This is a food boat. I don't know if you've been recently, if it was you. No, it was not you. It was the one down here. Yes. We got quite a bit of food. Thanks to the way it works now. Hundred and 5 tourists. And another 59 waiting at the foreign border. But still, we can't get any more than this. Can I think of any way to get more tourists in? I shall give that a thought. And if I come up with anything, that is what we'll do next time. Yes, again, for the 5th time. Thank you so very much for watching the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture number 240. Cheers and good night.